Hey, I'm Matt Gibson. If you don't know me, I am the outbound president of the Professional Travel Bloggers Association.
And I'm Janneke. I'm the current president of the PTBA.
Yes, and if you are all familiar with Amanda, who was the current president of the PTBA, the reason she's not here is because she had, unfortunately, to take a hiatus indefinitely for personal reasons. So Yannick, who was the inbound president, has taken over as the current president. So we're going to talk to you today about some very badly needed changes at the PTBA. I think that it's no secret that the PTBA has had, at the very least, people have had mixed opinions about its value to the blogging community in the past. And I don't blame them. We have definitely had our problems and our challenges. So in the last 3 years, this is the end of my 3-year term as president, I have spent a lot of time trying to figure out what we can do to make this worthwhile for you. I have spent a lot of time talking to members, to the critics, to the industry, and especially to people who are leading organizations, industry organizations in travel very similar to the PTBA, about how they deal with these challenges. And from that, Amanda and I sat down and created a plan. We did a budget. We finally are releasing our financial statements from the entire history of the PTBA for the first time. We also have outlined this plan and our budget in the annual report. If you're watching this video on Facebook, there's a link to go to the PTBA blog where you can download that annual report. And if you're on the blog, there should be a link below this video where you can download the report.
So in basic, and what the report says is that we are moving towards a more professional way of running the association to increase the member benefits and to behave more like a normal business. Obviously, relying on volunteers to work for a worldwide association is proven not to be the right way of doing it, especially when we're talking about frequent travelers, digital nomads, and people are constantly on the move and in different time zones. So it's even just to get a board meeting is quite difficult. But we need to move forward, and that's where we started paying people to take care of some of the organizational tasks. In the future, and also as shown in the annual report, and it's also been budgeted for, is that we want to look at an even stronger organization structure in the future.
Yes, so this report includes a budget that is based on everything the PTBA has earned from membership fees ever since it started. We have budgeted for every single thing we're going to tell you about in this video. Every program, every project we want to do. We have already created a budget for it. We've allocated those funds, and the board has approved the budget. So we're ready to go on this, and we are not relying on volunteers. I really want to emphasize that. And I want to throw in that I care a lot about this plan personally. I spent a lot of time working on it. And if you guys really think this is good and you support it and you show it by buying memberships, after I'm finished as president, I will find a way to work with the PTBA and get some sort of a position in the PTBA to help manage this and make sure we follow through on it and do a good job. Because if you guys support it, I am willing to support it too.
Yes, and we hope that everyone is willing to support it. And what we're going to do in the future is that we are increasing the member benefits, which Matt talked about. And we are going to continue to expand our list of discounted and free software, apps and tools for members, and also offering a downloadable, printable PTBA press card that has been asked for a long time by our members.
Yes, the press card might take a little while, and we tried to figure out how I could actually do that, because the logistics of emailing things to people who travel all the time are a little difficult. So our solution is that we will have our developers build a system that uses the photo on your profile and creates a press card that you can download, print off, and go laminate at a print shop so that you can get it from anywhere in the world and you will have a PTBA press card. Now, the one thing I'm pretty stoked about, I really like this, is the Facebook group plan. In the Facebook group, we are going to designate a certain number of topic experts. So we're going to have people who are expert in SEO, affiliate sales, photography, self-publishing and making ebooks, all those kinds of things. Okay, we have a list, I think, of about 10 or 12 topics, and we already have people who have agreed to act as the topic experts for those. So in the side of the PTBA group, in the description, you'll see a list of people who you can ask questions. So when you ask a question in the Facebook group, if it's about video, all you have to do is just tag the video guy when you ask the question, and they will show up to answer whenever they are available and give you a hand with that. Because we really want to get that group, make it the most useful resource we can for you. So we've got about 50 to 60%, I think, of those spots already filled, and we just need to get a few more people to agree to the last ones, and we'll get that started.
Yes, and we are also working on event partnership and influencer trips. We're actively pursuing and seeking exclusive and preferred access to industry conference, events, and influencer trips. We've done a lot of partnerships, and Matt, you have a list of what we've done.
Yeah, so I know sometimes you guys don't see everything that we do. So this is a list of last year, the conferences where the PTBA held presentations to industry that advocated working with influencers and the value of working with influencers. We were at ITB Berlin, ITB Asia, and ITB China, and we are actually right now trying to formalize our partnerships with them so that we have that every year from now into the future. We were at the New York Times Travel Show, which we've done several years in a row. We were at ATM in Dubai, which we have done several years in a row. And we were also at PTBA, which is the flagship event of the Pacific Asia Travel Association. And at each one of those, we gave usually an average of 2 to 3 one-hour talks or seminars on how to work with bloggers. And in some cases, we created small networking areas so that people could come and meet the bloggers. We also have done several conference/influencer trips. You are all probably familiar with TBC Asia in Sri Lanka, which Yannick will talk about in a second. Last year was the Himalayan Travel Mart, who we are partnering with again this year, if everything goes as planned. The ink's not on the paper yet, but that's the idea. Last year they brought 120 journalists and bloggers to Nepal for that event. And they're planning something similar this year. And we should be partnering with them to get PTBA members on that. It was like a 10 or 12-day trip last year, followed by a conference. A one-day conference just for the media and bloggers, and followed by a trade show where they could network. And there was, PATA Annual Summit in Sri Lanka. Just by benefit of our partnership with them, they reached out to us because they were looking for media, and we sent several bloggers there who had exclusive access to a pre-trip that I think was about 7 days around Sri Lanka before a big networking event where you were meeting mainly a lot of ministers of tourism, CEOs of companies. It's their event where all the bigwigs show up. So it was a very good networking event, and the people who went there really liked it. And we are continuing working on TBC Asia, which Yannick is kind of leading on.
Yes. And talking about Sri Lanka and TBC Asia, I've been having meetings, or me and Amanda have been having meetings with Cinnamon, and we are working on the TBC Asia 2018. So the applications for awards and conference and pre-trips that is happening in October is opening soon. Actually next week during ITB Berlin they are launching everything, so we are really excited about this. And the thing is that they're bringing in between 50 and 60 bloggers and everyone is getting a payment for the content that they are creating. So this is like a really, really new way of doing a conference pre-trip organization thing.
Yeah, I got to give props to Yannick for negotiating that, because Delete, the guy she negotiated it from, is not an easy guy to negotiate with. I am really impressed that she was able to get that for you guys. You guys, when I leave as president, you guys are in good hands, because Yannick, she doesn't mess around. The next thing is that we are working on research and original content that is useful for our industry that nobody else is making. There are certain studies and certain resources that don't exist that we think would be very useful to people. So, the first example would have been our survey on blogger pay rates. We have an expanded white paper version of that is ready for publication. We just need to get the graphic design done. And it's an expanded version of the article you saw from Aaron Bender. We also have an editorial calendar. I believe in the annual report you will see a list of the research and articles that we have budgeted to pay people to create, with things like surveys on what things industry is looking for from bloggers and influencers, what services they're looking for, how much are they paying for them, how are they vetting them, so that we can all learn to understand each other much better. We are also doing things like publishing our travel conference calendar, which is up on the website. You can find it on our website. Anyone can see it. We're working on a database of DMOs and contact information. We want to do a resource with examples of media kits so that people, when they're trying to put together a nice media kit, they have a series of good examples to start from. Just things like that, things that are very unique to bloggers that no one else is really in a position to create for them, but we can create because we have some money to put towards it.
And also, as a professional organization, we want to encourage best practice, such as outreach etiquette, which has been debated a lot lately, especially since some of the bloggers reaching out to different kind of hotels and restaurants has been often shamed in the social media sphere. We are also looking at proper campaign planning and clear agreements with influencers, also, as you said, fair payment, and also proper reporting of KPIs. We are also looking at fake influencers, how to kind of find a way to help the influencers to play it fair. We're also providing personal help to industry members to reach out to influencer members for campaigns. Like, we've had the online search tool for a long time, but we're hoping to be more targeted towards each influencer and industry member. And we also want to create a members-only online offer board where both industry and blogger members can post job opportunities and services. And this has been something that members have been asking for. And yeah, so we're working with developers with the website, which is also in a renewal phase, and hoping to get that up soon.
Yeah, the job board we think is going to be really good because for a lot of places, the tour companies or hotels, doing a full campaign and doing outreach specifically and researching bloggers is very difficult, right? But if we help them and we have somebody dedicated to helping them craft an ad that just says, hey, I'm a hotel in this destination, or I'm a DMO in this destination, and I'm looking for people who fit these requirements. If you're interested, contact me. Then they just have to sit down and write, a 500-word thing that will sit on this job board and bring them better quality bloggers that they're looking for. So it's very low investment, easy way for them to reach out to you guys. And with our help, we're really hoping that that's going to help facilitate the work between bloggers and industry.
And we also have bloggers that has courses or knowledge that they want to share with other bloggers. And there's also an opportunity to kind of offer that kind of stuff on the job board.
So basically, we're calling this the PTBA Reboot. And this is it. This is our attempt to make the PTBA into the organization that it should be for our industry. And this is kind of our big shot. So to celebrate it and to boost membership, to get everybody back involved, and to get the membership up so that we have more to offer industry, we're having a PTBA Reboot sale. So in the run-up to our 2018 election, we're going to have this PTBA Reboot sale. It means that the details are new members are going to get a 2-year membership for the price of a 1-year membership. Okay? So it's basically half price, and you're going to be in the PTBA for 2 years. And that means that's going to give us a lot of members for 2 years while we execute these things and really make this work for you. Every existing membership, because we don't want to be unfair to them, we're just going to extend their membership by 1 year for free, so everyone is getting the same deal. The sale is going to be announced and launched on March 6th, just ahead of ITB Berlin, and the sale is going to end on April 30th, which is the day before we will begin the next PTBA elections. So if you guys, please read our annual report. It's a little long, but it goes into much more detail about what we're doing and why we're doing it. It has all our financial information. It shows the budget. It shows how we have budgeted. And it explains everything much, much better. And if you like this, if you're behind that and you like that vision, we're asking you to support us one more time and let us show you that we can make this an organization that is valuable, that's worth that $75 a year, and that is helping all of us. Okay? And don't forget that every single one of you members has an affiliate code, so you can share your affiliate with other people, and you get, I forget, the payout's a really high percentage. It's like 30% or 40%. I forget what it is. It's like pretty significant. Yeah, I haven't looked at it for a while. But so please do that. Please, if you believe in this and you like this, please help us to really get some momentum behind it. Because also, every single dollar that comes into the PTBA bank account gives us more money to do this stuff faster and better, and then to add more onto it, and to hopefully actually also over time hire some full-time employees so that we have people in an office 24/7 working for you. That's the ultimate goal. So do you have anything else to add, Yannick?
No, just help us help you building a stronger association. That's what we want.
Absolutely. And if you guys show your support and if you get behind it, I am willing to put my time where my mouth is, and I will continue to volunteer the PTBA after my time as president is over, because I do really care about this and I believe in it. So please share it with your friends, read the report, and please sign up on March 6th when we announce this.